What's up, devils? We're live. We are live. And another great weekend to a great life, a great start of a week. Stay motivated, stay positive. Let's get it done. Helmet's not a chair. Take your vitamins in the morning. 1, 2, 3. Done. Stay healthy, boys. There's a huge fire where I'm at, and you can smell like the smoke and everything, you know. It's all hazy. You can see ash fall down. It's pretty crazy. Every once in a while there's a huge fire up in these mountains that I live by, the woods. It just gets too damn hot, man. Looks like there's a bunch of fog or smog. You can smell it too. Oh yeah, it smells like a campfire. What's up, Lo? How you doing, brother? What's going down? What's going down? Happy Monday, you too, man. Good Monday. Have a good week. Stay motivated and stay positive, man. Yeah, there's a huge fire by my house. You can smell it. It's been raging for like 3 days out here, 2 days. Everything's all smoggy and you can see ash fall down. We're gonna get closer to the belly of the beast though. I want to see how close we can get to the fire. Yeah, I think they only got like 3% of it contained too. This thing's gonna burn all week, man. How was your weekend? It was good, man. It was actually really good. What did I do yesterday? Oh, yesterday, Sunday, football. I went to my brother's house and hung out with my nephews and his family and just hung out there, you know, pretty much all day. That was Saturday. Saturday, I just a lot of rest, man. I hung out at home. I didn't do much because my back was still kind of bugging me, so I wanted all of Saturday to like basically do nothing. So I honestly laid down all day. It kind of hurt my eyes because I was watching TV all day, but yeah, I had to take care of my back that day. So it was good, man. And Friday I slept too. It was full of rest and relaxation, man. So got to see my brother. I bought him oh shoot, I thought I was still wearing it. So my brother's doing like I made shirts too, man. I made shirts. Check it out. Pretty nice shirts, man. I wanted to do something nice for my brother. So he coaches like he trains kids in baseball and stuff. So he's trying to put a little side gig together, and I know where to make shirts at because I've made shirts before. So I go to this guy but I got him some shirts. I bought him some shirts so he can give to the kids that he trains, and then boom, got it, son. Forest fire, yeah, man. Yep, big old. There's a big old forest where I live, and it burns every year. A lot of rest and relaxation this year, man. Didn't do much. Yeah, I gave my brother the shirts. It's Drive Baseball. It's like a little symbol. And it's pretty cool. The shirts are really nice. I was actually really shocked. But yeah, I went over Sunday, gave him his little, his startup business pack. And, he can sell them or give them to the kids that he does now. And if parents or some other people want more, I was like, just let me know and I'll go get you some and sell them, and maybe get him out of the rat race, dude. Because he's been working at a beer company for like 20 years, dude. This guy's been in the same business since he's almost 40, so. How was your weekend, brother? How was everyone's weekend? Anyone do anything exciting? Does he get free beer? Yeah, he does. He actually does. Yeah, I used to work for that same company for like a year, and dude, it's there's so much beer and drinking in that company. It's kind of like ridiculous, dude. Because you'll go to like he'll go into like supermarkets and stuff, and or bars, full of kegs. So I mean, you get to know the owners pretty good, and you go in there and hook up their keg line, their hoses, and make sure the temperature's right so they don't freeze. Roll out the kegs if they're empty. But once you're done doing that, the owner is gonna be, hey man, you want a beer? And like, yeah, you drink a beer with them. And if there's any, beer expires. So if there's any expired beer that's about to expire, they're not really bad. You just can't resell them. It's like against the law. So there would be a stack of older cases of beer that were either about to expire or have to be destroyed. But you can just go back there and pretty much grab a case of beer and leave. Or holidays, they'll give you like 4. So we call them 2 cases of beer. It would be 2 12-packs. So you would get two cases of a beer, which is basically a 24-pack. Yeah, man. I mean, I used to work there. I don't drink beer all that much. A little more than I used to. Back in the day, I didn't really drink all that much, but they would have I did in my room. I lived with my brother. I would have like, a stack of Coors Light, 24 or 12-pack cans, just from all the times I received them and never drank them. Or people don't drink and they would give us the beer. Or even like a work meeting, right? You go to a work meeting at a restaurant you do business with. The company will pay for all the beers. lot of it's a real fun job, man, because you got to deal with like the company will rent a big beach house, and you know, and everyone, you know, the top 10 salesmen will go down there, and you can live there, and then you know, if it's pretty wild. What's up, G? Fly rod. What? Holy smokes. Where y'all been? You headed to Maine? This weekend on my fly rod, one big, beautiful native too. Nice. Nice. Yeah, dude, I haven't done fly rodding or nothing like that, G, but I'm trying not to. I'm headed towards actually a forest fire, to be quite honest. There's a fire in Southern California. If you guys Google it, it'll pop up, and that's kind of where I live, around them parts. There's Highland. I think Glendora has a fire. Like, so if you live in California, it goes ocean, like city, then you know, suburbs, then forest. And then there's a forest up here, and then a desert down here, and then ocean over here. So it's one big geography of crap. But yeah, some forest. It always catches on fire, but this one I think is pretty bad because of the heat, because it's been like over 100 the last like 2 weeks. It was sick. I was standing up on a rock. I watched this trout dart out and take the fly. Oh, dude, that's awesome. I never even like fly rod fishing, man. I know how to go fishing, but fly rod I know is a little different. I never tried it. I don't know the thrill of it. Like the thrill of watching a trout, you know, snatch your fly rod, your fly bait. That would be interesting, man. That would be something I'd like to do someday. Or learn, you know. Maybe one day when I'm fat and retired. That'd be cool, man. I haven't been fishing in a good minute. My buddies just went not that long ago, but I couldn't go. It's too busy working or something stupid like that. Only you can prevent forest fires. Yeah, there's a big old freaking fire. I can't even see the hill in front of me. It's all smoggy. Ah, my nose itches. It was 47 degrees this morning here. It's actually pretty cold, 47. Have you been streaming? Haven't seen you. No, man, I know. Gee, I haven't seen you. Yeah, man, I haven't talked to you in a while. I gotta head up to Maine soon, but it's been good, man. Streaming's been good. I just, you know, I enjoy it. I enjoy people coming in here every so often and stopping by and saying hi, and you know, it gives me something else to do, and you know, I tend to enjoy it. You know, that's why I keep doing it. I like talking to you guys, and sharing stories and stuff like that, and like fly fishing story. It makes me want to go fly fishing, you know. Good, man. Just trying to boost it up, you know, and see what this live stream can turn into. Who knows, you know. And with my job, shoot, like that would be nice if, yeah, I might lose my job, I might keep it. I don't know what's happening with my career, but yeah, my company sold out to another company. So usually when that happens in my industry, they usually give you an option, like you can try to stay, or here's a severance, or they'll probably, I think they'll just give me a severance and let me go, because they don't really need me. They bought all my hard work, you know. So yeah, man, the streaming might take off into something new, and I might be streaming in somewhere else instead of driving around all day. I don't know. It'll be an interesting ride, I'll tell you that much. I'm trying to go back to the VA hospital to get more of my, like, because every time you have to apply for, like, the VA benefits, so I want to go back and try to get the most. If I do lose my job, that's, you know, I do have a plan to, like, or, like, you know, I actually have things to do, you know, that I don't have time for because of my work, that I could do for myself, like go back to the VA hospital, you know, sitting there for a week and get all my benefits that I haven't applied for, stuff like that. So, you know, there's always a path to take. You just got to find it. Gotta find the right path, man. When are you moving? So Monday should be my last day at the condo. Or today's Monday, sorry. You will figure it out. My niece is a pharmacist, works at a VA. Oh, not nice. Oh, the pharmacists got really good too. From when I first remember going, I started posting a few shorts. I posted that fish I mentioned, and few moose clips. Maybe I'll do something with the channel. Yeah, dude, just keep posting, man. I mean, things that you see and enjoy, I'll look at those posts, because I have a moose. I don't think I've really ever seen a moose. To be quite honest, I can't remember. You know, there's people that would watch your channel because they just don't live there, and they never seen stuff like that. You know, that's, yeah, post, man. Who knows? It doesn't hurt, you know, and you'll meet good people. And oh, who's this? A homeless guy? When are you moving? Oh yeah, so today is probably my last day in my condo. Everything's all done. It's all done. Everything's signed. It's good to go. At the end of the day, I have to go there one last time. I had to buy a drain for the bathtub, like the cap for the sink. You know, you pull the thing open and it lets all the water out, or you close it and it can fill the bathtub with water. That thing got all jacked up. It's like really gross looking. And then shoot, I think that was it. I gotta double check. I think that was all I had to do. That and something with my sink. I think I have to tighten a screw or something. I gotta look at it, but when you get it appraised and checked out, they'll like complain about a couple things that you gotta fix. But it's still a go, man. The chick, from my understanding, she already put a down payment on it. So hopefully it all works, man. And then I'll move into my RV, and then kind of just bounce around between my mom's and my brother's house for this foreseeable future. I'll do a stream at night, like maybe on the weekends or something, in the RV. Because I'm just gonna sleep in there. I'm not gonna. I mean, yeah, we'll see. I mean, that's it. We'll see, but that's it, man. This is game time here. lot of weight off my shoulder. I feel like, man. Once this goes through, I'll be really, really happy if it all goes through and this girl actually comes through. If she does it, she can always pull out or something go awry, but she would lose her down payment, and it's not the full amount. It was like a quarter of it, so it was like, I don't know, like $8,000 or something. I think she's gonna put down 80. She got that Chinese money, man. Yeah, so if I do ever end up losing my job, I'll just, there's things I have to do in the VA hospital I don't have time to do it. I don't have time to do any of that crap. And they're only open Monday through Friday from work hours, and I don't. So this September, October, this home stretch of 2024 will be really interesting, man. And by 2025, I can be a whole new person. New career set path, new house. Yeah, so I have freaking no clue what's gonna happen, man. But I'm excited. I'm prepared. I have done not everything I hopefully I think is correct and morally correct, and I'll keep moving on. Gotta shoot and move, man. Can never shoot and stay still. Gotta shoot and move. And I get to spend more time with my bro, but we are gonna get close to this fire because, yeah, it's bad. I woke up and my house smelled like smoke. It is pretty bad. Yeah, dude, I can't even see the mountain or the ridge line, Holy moly. I wish there was a way to prevent it. I don't know how you prevent. Like when I was at Yellowstone, I swear the minute we pulled up in Yellowstone and we got in, we just pulled over to take a look at whatever, and at the very top of this mountain peak there was a fire, like a big ball of fire, and we asked the campground guy, we're like, dude, there's a fire up there, and he goes, dude, there's so many fires in a forest, we just can't put them out, and it's too far up. The nearest airplane to even drop water on it is that doesn't exist. And I was like, oh shit, okay. He's all, lightning will strike and it'll start a fire, and by the time we realize it, it's already, it's almost, uncontrollable. But yeah, we would look up at Yellowstone, there would be 3 fires of, pillars of smoke, and you're just, oh, you guys, okay. I guess it's too random to predict, I'm not sure how to do that, yeah. That would be nice if we could prevent them. But yeah, from what I heard there's a fire, it actually like rejuvenates the forest. Is that, did I make that up? I think that's true. Like the soil, helps out the soil a lot or something. There's a fire. Yeah, what's up, Infant PA? Yeah, there's a fire right where I live, man. There's, I think people have been evacuated already. I just read about it. It's acres burning. Oh yeah. How's it going, brother? What's up, PA? Yeah, there's a fire right where I live. Yes, was that 17,000 acres? Yeah. It's getting up there, man. Last time I heard they got 3% of it contained. We're pretty close to it, dude. I can't see, like, you can see the highway, but the sky, everything above, like, you know, the ridge line or like your eyesight, it's completely like dark. It's kind of, I mean, like all this, it's like a dark fog that just looms over, and it's like you see some ashes come down. We'll see how it all turns out. Really, last time this happened in California, the smoke came up to Pennsylvania, to PA. Yeah, there's every year there's a huge forest fire in the same damn spots, I feel like. Yeah, because I remember when I was in high school, like, we had to cancel football practice because the air quality was so bad, like, and it was ashing on the field and stuff. It was super weird. This one's getting up there. It's not. And there was another one, I think, a couple years ago that, yeah, I think that's the one you're talking about. Infant PA's. There's one really bad a couple years ago, or a year or two ago. Well, maybe a little longer, but yeah, these things can get really bad. I don't know how to. I'm sure there's a way to somewhat help prevent it, but because it's like every year there's a fire, same spots every year. Up in Big Bear, Running Springs, you know, it's just this one wooded area that always goes up in flames. Yeah, and it always like jumps up in smoke too. I mean, then it'll jump across what I think it's the 39 highway or the 74, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, dude, that's bad, dude. That freaking smells like I'm right next to a fire pit. It's gonna like make all my clothes smell. You know, when you like buy a fire pit, all your clothes will stink after. Let's see. making a poll. Hold on. There. Who wants a Devil's Compound t-shirt? Got it. While I'm driving. Epic. What's up, everyone? Compound is open. We're heading straight into the belly of the beast. The Devil's Playground. Yeah, maybe like I think the area is just so big and it's so unpredictable though. There's no way to prevent it. I don't know how you would, you would have to constantly be dumping water on the forest for like a whole month to like even, and then would that even help? Because it's so hot outside, it would just, or that red stuff, they'll fly in a plane and then dump a bunch of red, it's like powder. I don't know if that's good for the forest or not. I'm sure it's fine, but it's better than having it being burnt down every damn year. I'm sure they can do it, right? At least like just randomly dump water somewhere and be like, hey, if it starts over there, at least it won't keep going because I've been dumping water in that spot for the past week and a half, I don't know how they would do it. Fire Pit Musk. Name of men's cologne. What's up, Ados? Yeah, I made some shirts for us guys if you guys want any. I only made 10. So if someone does want a shirt, I can send it to you. It's just the material's pretty nice. Actually real nice. I made the same shirts for my brother and I was wearing one of his shirts. His baseball shirts all day. The t-shirt's actually nice, so it's good quality. Good quality. If you guys want one, it says Devil's Compound. I'll take a picture of it and post it later. But yeah, decided to get in that game. See how that one goes. I got freaking bills to pay, son. Yeah, I can't even see the mountains. You can see a little black line above the skyline there. Oh, there it is. I just had to look to my left. Once they're all right, it's consuming hell. Hold up. Wait a minute. On behalf of an Australian government, I apologize. Hold on. I gotta read this one. Oh, what's up, Ados? On behalf of the Australian government, I apologize for not providing a disclaimer on those eucalyptus trees that are burning up there. Once they're alight, it's consuming hell. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, dude, these things burn forever, man. It sucks. It's awful looking at, in a forest after a fire. It just looks so awful. You feel so bad for the little animals, the squirrels and chipmunks, the deer that are up there, the bears, because we still have bears in California. There's somewhere up there. There's a lot of mountain lions and jaguars. I think jaguars, like the black mountain lions. Actually, it's not too bad up here. I thought it'd be worse. I thought it'd be a hell of a lot worse, but it's not bad at all. On behalf of the Australian government. All good, bro. I love this freeway. It's Route 66. It's so cool. This can't be it, can it? Let's see if I can get some gas. Oh, you know what? What do I have? Hold up, fellas. Came unprepared this morning. I don't even know. Hold on. Let's keep going. This is not it. Where is it? I don't know. Hold on. Hold up. Had a devastating fire in 2019. Billion native animals. Dude, I think I remember that. Yeah, because I swear I do. What? Alright, let's get up out of here because I think it's across El Streeto. Oh boy, that's a red light. Oh yeah. Dope. Australian had a devastating french. Yeah, I remember that, man. I swear I think I do. Huh. Once they're... Yeah, it's not bad. I thought it would be a lot worse the closer I got, but it seems like it's more up there. I'm a little south of it then. But yeah, I mean, right, if I look straight at me, it's just, you can't see. And there's like a big gray, dark cloud right in front of me. And if I keep going down this road, it's just going to get worse and thicker and thicker. It's crazy, man. It's when I enter, I'm going to hug my family to sleep. Have a blessed day. Adios, you too, brother. Thanks for coming on, man, and sharing your stories. Semper Fi, brother. Hell yeah. Take care of your family, man. Family's first. Always. You're always welcome here, brother. Alright, there we go. There we go. H&R blocked. Bonnie Vine. What the hell's Bonnie Vine? There's eyelashes. Alright, we're looking good. Looking good. Feeling good. Feeling real good. Give me a second, boys and girls, me ladies. Let's see. All right. Might have to take a trip out of here, man. You guys want to hit the road? What time is it? Guess we don't have to, but we should. Oh yeah, we'll go down here. Alright. We're in it to win it, boys. Though, I hope you're ready for a good ride, man. We're gonna get out of this smoke-filled, cigarette-filled, lung cancer city right now and get up out of here, son. Let me go double check. Give me a sec, fellas. I'll be right back. Woo. Oh, it smells like shit. Alright. That was a good walk around. Nope. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Sorry. Alright. We got a doozy today, boys. I kind of want an energy drink. I'm feeling a little down in the dumps. Good pick-me-up energy drink sounds good. Yeah, nothing crazy going on in this world right now. Kind of weird, except for the huge fire behind me, but we'll pretend that it's not there for now. I guess I'm getting closer to it. I don't want to work in this fog. We got about an hour and 30-minute drive, about 100 miles. What the hell is this guy doing? What is this guy doing? This guy's riding a bike in front of me. I don't know what you're doing, buddy, but fucking A. It's weird, dude. Those electric scooter bikes are gonna get people killed. Yeah, man, I got some shirts for y'all if y'all want some. They're pretty. They came out better than I thought. I'm gonna take one for myself so I can wear it. Oh yeah, simple. Nice simple shirt. Big shirt. This one's a big one. A large. Anybody want some good merch? Let me know, man. Let me knows. Let me knows. We'll figure it out. I'll post them soon so y'all can get them or ask for them or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out one day at a time. Yeah, today should be my last day at my condo, man. I'm done. I probably won't ever see the place again. I don't have that much in stuff anyways, but I mean, I had a bed. I basically threw my bed away. I threw all my furniture in my condo was old anyways. Like I had a TV stand or like a little desk to put your TV on. That wasn't really a TV stand. It was a fish tank stand. You know, my couch was about 15 years old. It was all ripped. You know how leather cracks and has the big cuts in it? It was full of that. A lot of it was hand-me-down stuff, so I didn't really buy, you know, I had a bunch of old stuff from my old apartment, or, you know, still with my parents' house I was able to get, or they had a bunch of stuff, and then my brother moved a couple times, so he had a bunch of old stuff. So it was a bunch of like hand-me-downs, and like the TV I had in there was there because I bought the model version of the condo, and then I left my washer, dryer, refrigerator in there for the buyer, because I don't know who got that crap in there. Well, I bought the washer, dryer. Those guys picked it up and moved it up there, but the refrigerator, I bought that there. That came with the condo too. I don't know how you would get that down. So yeah, I mean, the bed frame, I bought a brand new bed frame and bed, you know, big old king bed, which is good, but yeah, that was probably the only thing I should have cut, but I didn't want to buy storage or anything, so I threw it all away. Everything in my condo got thrown away, almost. Yeah, almost everything in my condo almost got thrown away. Got rid of some of my old, you know, clothes and some old, you know, old stuff that you just find in the tote boxes, and you're just like, why do I still haven't, you know, if you haven't touched it in 6 months, toss it. It's actually like a relief too, because you know you don't have to take it with you no more. I kept my gun safe, some clothes, of course. That's pretty much it. I don't really have anything else. You know, like pictures. I kept some pictures, a lot of my, and just my military stuff. But most of it, I got rid of, man. When it comes to riding on the roads with them, cops don't care either. When it comes to riding, oh yeah, I see Tyreek Hill get arrested before the Miami game, or detained. He was like speeding. The highway patrol, the motorcycle cops, man, those guys don't care. Those guys are brutal, man. Yeah, cops, you just, you know, I've worked in that profession. It's just, you get a really bad taste of humanity, and it really irritates you, you know, and it'll change if you're not, you know, if you're not ready for it. It'll change your personality. It'll change, you know, everything about you. You know, you'll always look at people as a, you know, as the worst and not the best. Then when people argue with you about something, you know, it's like, how can you argue with me when you live in a little bubble? You know, you live in this little bubble and you're scared of everything, and the job I dealt with, you know, so when those guys, you know, you can see it in them. They won't care about stuff. That's why if I ever see like my buddies get that way, I'll tell them to you need to quit, man, because that your soul out of you, it'll crush your soul, man. And you'll always look at people in a negative light, because you don't, when you work for always, you know, get 911 calls or whatever, and those are always the worst calls. You know, no one calls you to thank you, I'll tell you that much. Not really. Am I going on 57? Yeah, I want to see some fresh air, man. I've been living in this smoke-filled hellscape for, I don't know, 4 days now, 3 days now. with politicians? Oh, the debate's on tomorrow. Oh my God. Oh my God. Is this going to be the best debate in American history? I think Kamala's going to go out there and she's going to know exactly what to say and when to say it. I think she's the best. I want to mimic her laugh, but I can't. I don't know how. It's so funny, dude. I can't mimic her laugh. It's Abu, don't cry, Abu. Abu cried like a little bitch. Don't cry, Abu. I wouldn't have cried. Shane Gillis, you guys seen Shane Gillis and his Trump impersonations? Dude, that dude's just so good. Don't cry, Abu. We killed him like a dog. Weather sucks, and it's gonna be hotter than I think this is the last week. I think by Wednesday it's gonna be back down like the 80s, and not this ridiculous, dude. 100 and it was 100. I think Friday was 115 out here, and my little card said that. I mean, it's already 90 degrees now, and it's 0800. It's ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. Oh, guys, I didn't even tell you this is a kind of a crazy story, like a small world. So there's two buddies I served with, Jimbo and Kevin. Jim and Kevin, Kevin's a cop out here, kind of where we just were, and my buddy Jim lives kind of by me, kind of by like the farms and stuff. Well, doesn't matter. Anyways, Kevin, he's a cop, so he goes to this 911 call, and it's a dead lady, died of old age or whatever, and he said, I talked to him. It took him like 20 minutes to figure out that it was my buddy's Jim's mom. So, and all three of us went to Iraq together. We served this great country, together. So, it's kind of a weird story that my buddy's mom and the first responder on scene was, a brother to us that, served with us. So, yeah, but my buddy Jim, his mom just passed away, basically like while watching TV, and then something happened with her stomach. They don't know yet. They're just going to cremate her. They're not going to do an autopsy or anything. Something happened with her stomach, and that was it, man. She went down hard and fast, and they think it was just a internal bleeding or something, appendix ruptured, and she just fell down. She hit her face. They think she broke her nose, and she was a goner, man. It's been 75, 80 all week here. Oh man, that's nice weather out there, brother. First time they debated. Yeah, it'll be the first time they'll debate. Oh yeah, Kamala can't debate, but she can't debate. She can't really do anything. Dude, she was a district attorney or whatever here in California, man. Everyone hates her out here. That's what she got 0.001% of the vote out here. When she ran for president in 2020? Yeah, it was 2020. Infant, once you, if you join the military, you'll be a little more older, a little more wiser to like kind of understand politics, and then be in the military. So you could probably see that'd be interesting. Yeah, you gotta stay. I gotta talk to you if you do join, because that'll be interesting to see. You know what you see on TV and then what reflects in our military. You know, because when I was in it, it was more like I just wanted to go home. Like I wanted a private life, you know. So I was so young, I didn't understand politicians or whatever, nor did I care at that age. But it would be a little different to kind of see the different sides. Someone that's a little older, a little more, you know, got a more oomph under your belt, you know. That's some nice weather though. 75. Yeah, it's 90 degrees right now, and there's a fire. It's like hell on earth. It's like hell on earth out here, boys. And there was an earthquake too. My brother felt the earthquake. I didn't feel shit. Yeah, I mean, what, dude, there's, oh my God, I actually kind of met, or my mom has a coworker she used to work with. It's like, you know, if I explain this guy's life to you, you'll understand. Like, he's an old man. He's like, you know, he's older than dirt. His last girlfriend that he had left him because she turned lesbo. His children don't talk to him. This dude's a loser. Like, he's an older loser guy that has pretty much, you know, I mean, he needs a ride from work sometimes. Like, this guy's well, he's a Democrat. Like, he's a liberal, like, lady boy, you know. He's, you know, and then he said something to my mom about Trump being a felon, and my mom just finally like said, dude, you're like a pussy, dude, like get out, like you know. And then my mom's like has the pants and the, you know, she can wear the man pants in the relationship, and she goes, you know, she went off on this dude, you know, through text, and she's telling me, you know, everything. I'm right there listening to half the damn conversation. And the guy said, told my mom, I think we need to reevaluate our relationship. And my mom goes, what are you talking about? Like, you know, I think she said, don't get your panties in a bunch, and then blocked them. Those are the types of people you can't be friends with, dude. Oh, and the whole conversation, was about, he would preach to my mom about how bad Trump is because he's a felon. And then my mom said, like, dude, you shut up, you know. And those are the type of people you got to watch out for, because they will hold you accountable, but you can never hold them accountable for their actions. You know, they believe in the government like it's the Bible, you know, or like the government will and should and will always take care of you and stuff like that. They're tankies, man. Those are called tankies. There's people out there that like dictators, and that's the way it goes. People like to be on the right side of authority and the right side of history, or so they think. that's a really bad. That's how every liberal I talk to. That's how they act. That's how, and it's a bunch of older people. I don't really have met any younger people with that mentality or attitude. But that guy. There's a neighbor down the street, and some dude I randomly he sat next down to me at a bar. And he was like, "Oh, I don't talk to my parents because they're a running Fox News channel. They don't get it. They're not, very educated or diverse." I was like, "Dude, you're talking about your family like that." And I just sat there and I was drinking my beer. I was like, "This guy has to shut up sooner or later." Like, I finished my beer. I was like, "All right, dude, later, man." Like, and he was like 60, dude. This guy was still talking about his mommy and daddy when I got home. And the reasons why, I was like, dude, there's not that many. Like, that's very interesting. Those are people that don't get out that much, man, or like kind of stuck in a bubble that will talk down to you like that because you're, the standard or accountability that someone else put on you, like a felon. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I know a lot of felons. Like, it's not a normal thing, or it's not a, I met a lot in prison. I worked with a bunch of felonies in the Marine Corps. People join the military to get out of, being put away. So, those are people that never get out of the box. Never. They think the world is, the world we live in is like some weird. Everyone gets along, utopia, kumbaya, Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall bolt trap, dude. And it's bullshit. Or when like what is that? I don't even. The school shooter just happened. That's been happening for the last, I don't know, probably 100 years. In Florida, there was a school stabbing, and it goes on and on and on and on and on. It never changes. But someone will say, "I got an idea, let's do this," and that will all go away. But it will never go away because you can never stop people from committing the act of violence. If someone wants to commit the act of violence, they'll just do it. What's up, EA? I'm a firm believer of people making mistakes in their life. Yeah. Some things aren't forgiven, but you can change your narrative. Yeah. Look up, Google sucks. Thank you for all those who served our country. Oh, dude, brother. I'm sorry it's been turned into a shit show lately. Hopefully you get some sense of normal back soon. Hey, man, no worries, dude. Thank you, Google. Google sucks. Yeah, I just had a kid get shot right in front of me last week, dude. Yeah, man, I mean, like, we don't live in a utopia where things don't go wrong, and if you send your kid to school with 1,000 other kids and 1,000 other parents, and you multiply that by 2, you're gonna run into some major problems with people that are crazy. It's that simple, man. You like PA walking down the street, there's pop, pop, pop. Kid goes down in front of him. You could be standing on the sidewalk and a truck can just run into you. It's just, if you look up China and their school situation, it's a lot gruesomer. Grown men will walk into because a grown man ain't gonna walk into a college and stab a bunch of college kids, but he's gonna walk into a preschool or something, and that's what happens in China all the time. A dude will walk in with a huge knife into a preschool. You can never stop the act of violence. We're ultimately violent to each other. We're ultimately violent human beings and people. I don't know how to fix that. People are violent and poor and stupid. You can't stop poor, stupid, and violent. You can never stop those. Because there's always going to be poor, there's always going to be stupider, there's always going to be violent or more. There's more of those people than us. Way more. Crazy, crazy stories. Yeah, man, I'm sure. I do delivery on the side and see the worst of people sometimes. Oh, yeah. If you're dealing with... If the customer is not coming to you, like you owning a store, you're going to get some good customers that way. But if you're going to them, in their territory, on their battlefield, yeah, I'm sure you see a lot of weird stuff, man. People are out of their mind. I almost want to Uber, like a Uber drive. I'll Uber drive in Vegas and just I'll live stream it for you guys. It'll be just a dump, dude. It'll be a wild times. That would be really funny, though. I thought about like Ubering or Lyft or something. I've thought about that. Don't know. You definitely get some views though. Oh, I believe you now, brother. Yeah, I believe you. No, I'm sure, dude. I'm sure there's some wild people, dude. It's freaking... Yeah, people are insane. And I think the older you get, the more you realize that, right? Because when you're younger, you kind of just think everyone's chill. Like, I don't know. I never... Or, you probably don't think anything. You just you're too busy trying to do what's best for you, and who cares? But I swear, the older I get, man, after everything I've done, it never seems to surprise me how dumb people are. Like the Chase Bank glitch, dude. The Chase, if that's real... part of me says I don't think that's real. But if people actually deposited a check in their bank account that had no money in it, and then withdrew the money that was deposited, that's check fraud. Bank fraud, wire fraud. Dude, you can get away with beating someone half to death, but man, if you try to commit bank fraud or wire fraud on these companies and then against the federal government, I think you're gonna have some real effing issues, dude. I got $25 an hour on an average, so I'm sure it's higher in Cali. That's not bad. 25 bucks. Yeah, I thought about it. I was like, just kind of getting around town, making extra cash if I'm bored. Maybe I'll do it. If I lose this job and I need some extra dough, right? That wouldn't be that bad. Like during the day. I don't think that would be that bad. But it would be, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. see if I need the extra funds and stuff, man. I don't know. I mean, if I lose, yeah, if my job is kaput here in a couple months, then I just need to get rid of my house, man. Thank God. Thank God of my mom. My mom thinking of hanging out, and I was like, should I sell it? What should I do? I'm getting, burnt out. I'm kind of stuck by myself. I wouldn't expect anybody to help me, and I'll lose everything. And then my dad's like, yeah, if you're tired, sell it, and we'll sit on the money and maybe buy another house or whatever. I said, yeah, that sounds pretty good. I was like, what do you think? My brother's name's Steven. I was like, what do you think, Steve? He goes, yeah, man, if you sell it all, and then, you can hang out with your nephews a lot more and spend the night with them if you want. I was like, oh, cool. All right, well, let's do that. And then my mom, it would have took me like 7 months to get everything out. It would have took me just 3 months to get it started. But she was like, nope, let's go. Get your stuff, let's go. She every day she would say, are you moving? Get it all, throw it all away. Let's go. So if it wasn't for her for pushing me in that said direction, I could have been stuck with this place. Ooh, it could have been bad. It's just good timing, man. And the lady that wants to buy it, she works right up the street from there. Young single lady that, just she was like me when I, just a couple years ago when I bought the damn thing. I needed a place to stay because of my job, and she needs the same thing. Needed a place to stay because of her job. I was like, oh, sweet. That's good. So everything kind of lined up perfectly. Hopefully you can follow through. You're my hero. What's up, Andrew? What's up, brother? You're my hero, sir. You're my hero, brother. Super fine, man. How you doing, Drew? Big baby Drew? What's up, brother? What you excited about for this week, man? Got anything going on? Anything exciting? What you looking forward to? What are you motivated doing this week? For me, it's I probably got 1 or 2 more days before I feel completely normal with my back. Once that happens, I'll be able to work out again and do other stuff again, not just lay down every day like a vegetable. Since I'm joining, definitely not buying house. Yeah, no house, man. Wait till those interest rates go low. Yeah, man, that's right. You got a couple months, and then you're gonna get up out of here, huh? That's wild, man. That's wild. I can't imagine doing that again. Well, actually, I could. I really could. I wouldn't mind it, because dude, now that I'm out and I think about it, I'm like, man, that'd be pretty sweet to go back in and I don't know, you kind of miss it. You'll miss it for sure. Especially if you get out and you work a normal job, you'll be like, oh man, being in the military was so much I don't want to say easier, but it's so much different. And you can't be fired from the military. That's always a good thing. It's like recession. It's not recession proof because military budgets do get slashed, and then they'll just start kicking people out. But yeah, yeah, you'll miss it once you're out. But first year or two might kind of suck, just because you're new and you don't get the ropes, and you kind of do all the boot shit. You'll clean the bathrooms, and you'll do all that weird stuff in the first year or so. But then after that, yeah, well, for me, it was that's the thing. Like when you have to clean the head or something, like no one wants to do that job. So if you do it, no one will ever bug you. That's what I always did. You're the highlight of my life. Oh, thanks, Andrew. That's very nice of you. You're the highlight of my life too, brother. Yeah. No. So there's a couple things, Infinite PA. When you sign your next of kin, all of it needs to go to your daughter, because if you pass away, she'll get it all. And that's a good. I mean, you can pass away in training. It does happen. Like out here in California, the Marine Corps is pretty much stationed out here mostly. But every so often, a Osprey or a Huey or a helicopter will crash, losing 6 Marines. It happens a lot, more than I'd like to admit. But helicopters are pieces of crap too. But next of kin goes towards your daughter, not a girlfriend or a wife or anything, or your mother or father, whoever, but someone really important that won't screw you over. Yeah, and you'll be gone for a while, you won't be able to really spend money, and you might get really good with money, because when you go out, because you'll be kind of segregated from the rest of the society and like boot camp and training. That when you go out or you check your bank account, you'll be like, oh, I got 20 grand saved up because I wasn't able to use my debit card in the last 3, 4, 5 months or whatever. So that's always pretty cool. That's always a good feeling. You always have, and just don't buy like the Xboxes. I was able to save up a lot, or most of my money from deployments and stuff, was because I didn't buy shit, dude. I live, I don't need much to survive. I only bought like the condo and all this other stuff because it was like the path you do as you get older. You buy the house, you buy a truck, you buy this, you buy the big TV, you get all fancy schmancy. But I never lived like that prior. And then, because in the military, man, people would buy TVs and put them in their barracks and yada yada. I had a PSP with like 6 movies, and I had my phone with I had MySpace, and that's what entertained me, man. I didn't need any of that other shit. People would buy cars and buy just the dumbest things you can ever think of, man. And that's why I came back, and I didn't have any. I never bought anything. Why would I? There's nothing in the military that you can buy that would make you happy. It all kind of sucks. But people would buy the dumbest things, man. Dude, and like what I ate for dinner was like whatever I found at the gas station down the street, I would get, you know, the microwave leftover meals, you know, 7-Eleven pizza, you know, McDonald's when it was cheap. But that was it. Me and my buddies, we didn't spend any money on anything. This guy, his name was Gomez, man. He bought all the fancy stuff, like, and there's no way. I mean, I don't get it, but people do. What's up for reals? Ran my own restaurant, bathroom cleaning. Oh, no way. Yeah, see? Yeah. That's a good, yeah, if you don't have a problem with bathroom cleaning, then at your own restaurant, yeah, I can imagine. That's the plan. Not bad, man. That is, man. That's a good plan. Not bad. And you'll still get out, you know, if you choose not to re-enlist when you're about, you know, a little under 30 or something. And then you have all your own experience prior to the military, plus the military on a resume. You choose to get a good job, or you might even stay in, man. I mean, it's very steady of a career path. We always need people in the military. Sometimes it can get a little janky, and like you know, sometimes your MOS, they don't need it anymore, so you might have to change it depending, you know. Sometimes they won't, you know. I'm almost positive you can always re-enlist, but sometimes your MOS might change. That might even make you get out, stuff like that. Yeah, hey, MVPA, what's your MOS going to be? Or have you thought or gotten that far in the process? Your job, your JOB. What is that going to be? What are you going to do? What's your heart leaning towards? Want to kind of be a gunslinger? Want to actually have a career you can use outside of the military, like it's still kind of difficult. It doesn't really lateral move, but then you know the knowledge. Like, you know, I was military police. The minute I got out, I went into a police department and they hired me right away. You know, there's no training necessary. Have to work on behavior or non-discipline ass. You know, you can go crash fire rescue, which is like firefighter. You can go straight up infantry, depending on what branch. I think you said Army or Navy. One of the two. No, I know there's thousands of jobs. I mean, there's so many jobs you can do, but then you have to want to do it outside the Marine Corps too. I mean, it's still a good thing that, you know, if you're in the Marines or Army, you'll still get the respect out of the people. You know, I don't know, it doesn't matter what you do in it as long as you're in it. You know. Haven't picked yet? Okay. All right. But I've thought about the Green Beret. Oh yeah. I've been training hard. Got to kick the cigars. Oh yeah. Green Berets, yeah, man. They're bad mofos. I don't know how hard the training is or anything. I've never actually met a Green Beret. Yeah, those are Army guys, right? Yeah. So you'll join the Army. You'll go through like basic, and then you'll be off to specialize in that field, which is basically, you basically become a gunslinger, you know, like the Wild Wild West. Billy the Kid, or, you know, you're basically a gunslinger slash pirate. Because everything you'll be taught is just about gunslinging, pirating shit, blowing shit up. You become an expert at what people only watch in movies. That's like even for me, I was military police, but then you have to learn about defusing a bomb, making a bomb. How do they make the bomb? How do they defuse the bomb? Did they just put an explosion, get something to explode and then wrap a bunch of screws and bolts around it? Is it, time delayed, time fused, pressure plate, that was, then there's weapon systems, the ranges, how far does this go? When you shoot this round, when does it activate before it detonates? When I call this weapon system in, an Apache, what are they going to do? And you got to figure it out. You become very knowledgeable on how war operates, if you do the Green Beret. And that's how we win wars. We're just better operators in the field of battle. It's just that simple. When you get a Russian orc at the end of your battlefield that's shooting a Kalashnikov, he probably has no idea what the range is, what the distance is, what area effect on target he has, what grouping can he make at this type of range, or the weather. Nothing. They don't know anything. They just know it goes bang bang and you point and you go bang bang. Smooth bore rifling, you can get on, and there's millions and millions of different. And then you'll learn all of it now. Probably more than I ever will, because you're joining in now and not back in 2005. You're soon gonna get up 60 miles a week running. It's hard, dude. Worse than SEALs, which I watch a video. Oh, you're gonna start running up to 60 miles a week. Did I get that right? What is that? 10 miles a day? 8 miles a week? If it's 8 times 7. 8 times 7 is what? So 7 times 7 is 49, so it'd be 56. Like 9 miles in 7 days, that'd be 63. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. I'm pretty sure I've done that before, yeah. In my private life and in the Marine Corps, for sure. Yeah, I think I only know one Green Beret online, on a YouTube channel. But the Green Berets are they were made to do something unique. Aren't they? Aren't they anti-terrorist groups too? SEALs are kind of meant to stealthy sneak in, maybe getting a little, hopefully not getting a firefight, because they're not meant to do that. And exfil without really anybody noticing. They're the I plant a bomb and hopefully it blows up maybe type of Navy SEALs. Green Berets, I think. Damn, you're gonna try to get to 60 miles. Good man. I'm gonna try. Oh boy, that's. Woo. But the Green Beret, I swear they're made for I don't know. I'm not in the Army, guys, so I don't know. nor am I in the Navy, so police just butchered your your service. I swear I swear I heard that the Green Berets are either like they'll go after your Navy SEALs if you have them or something. You know, they're something like that, anti-insurgency, but. You know, I did anti-insurgency. That sounds kind of gay compared to Green Berets. Will have to do something a little cooler than that. You know, it has to be. I forget. Maybe, I mean, they can be thrown in the mix with anything else, but I think they were made to specialize in something else. I forget what though. I gotta look it up. Yes, there are more active deployments. Government, they don't talk about most of it because of national security. Yeah, it's like, so the Green Berets and the Navy SEALs can be used, you know, with no declaration of war or anything like that. We always need people out there running and gunning, right? There are pirates out there, guys. If you haven't read our Constitution in a while, it's all about defending the homeland against piracy. So, but I digress. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, they were made for like a special job. Just forget what. Like, so the Navy has Navy SEAls to help them do work. The Green Berets have the Green Berets, and I think the the Army has the Green Berets and a couple other like specialty units that we kind of know about or don't know about or something. And then the Marine Corps, we kind of have the MARSOC, which is the whole Marine Corps is. The whole Marine Corps could be deployed without the declaration of war. So it's like, I always like, if the Navy SEALs or Green Berets wanted to expand their operation, it would just become the Marine Corps. That's how I kind of look at about it. The Navy SEALs wanted to expand their operations and get more involved, it would end up being just like the Marine Corps. So the Marine Corps, I always look at it as a big organization that just is like a special military unit. Whereas if you look at the Navy, then you're like, okay, what's your special military unit? Oh, the Navy SEALs, got it. Well, that's how I look at the Marine Corps. The Marine Corps, we don't even have our own corpsmen. We have to borrow corpsmen from the Navy because. In the Marine Corps, if you're a corpsman, that means you're not a Marine. You're not a rifleman. So you have to be. You can't be both. You can't be both. This isn't ladyboys here, fellas. We're not ladyboys. We can't be guys. We can't be girls. It doesn't work. You can't be a corpsman and save lives or a doc and then be a rifleman. It's either you're a rifleman or you're not. And if you want to be a corpsman, by all means, but you're not a rifleman. To make that very clear. Yeah, so that's why, like in the United States Marine Corps, we don't have any medics. We don't have any corpsmen. We don't have any docs. We literally have to borrow them from the Navy. So the doc will end up training with us, and his name changes to a doc to a corpsman. Because of the Marine Corps. Get it? Corpsmen. Marine Corps. Navy SEALs just write books. What's up, Roman? The Army has more special units than the Swiss Army. Yeah, the Army has a bunch, dude, right? Green Berets are very much true. Green Berets are primarily for building foreign militaries. Oh, okay. I knew they were I knew they were they had a I knew they had a specialty, and that sounds about right. Is that Roman? Thanks, Roman. I knew they had something. Yeah, Navy SEALs just write books. Like the guy that, man, the guy that killed Osama bin Laden, and he wrote a book about it. I don't know, man. That's weird to talk about your service like that. There's no way. I honestly don't think it. I don't know. I mean, if I smoked Osama bin Laden, would I go on write a book and make money from it, because that's what it's all about? Not to stand on my high horse or anything, or on this podium, but I think, the Marine Corps and Navy SEALs, or wherever he served in the Navy SEALs, probably gave him a bitter taste in his mouth with no money and all this danger work. He said, you know what, man, I'm out. I'm not a Navy SEAL anymore. I'm going to write this book and get lame. Someone that got out of the military to write about their experience and make money off it. I really don't, because the stories need to be shared. Some people need to read it, and it needs to be shared for whatever, good or bad. But if you do that, you're gonna lose, whatever. I don't know. It just depends on the person. I'm sure a lot of people, that Navy SEAL guy that killed Osama bin Laden, I'm sure he lost all his buddies. Or he was that guy on the SEAL team that no one liked anyways. And they probably put him first to go in Obama's room, because, who knows what's going to happen to you. Or higher, there's, especially, this is near. Yeah, the Green Berets are, I knew they were good for something. I forgot what they were doing. Wow, it's a lot clearer away from this fire, man. I don't feel like I'm in a smog right now. Go get me this energy drink, boys. Our military died when Chapman died? Who's Chapman? Wait, who's Chapman? Hey brother, the Marine Corps never dies. Marine Corps is born in hell, brother. I can't die if it's already in hell. Dude, that's a true statement. That is. I wish someone would join the Marine Corps. But don't, because it sucks. If I can do it over, I would still join the Marine Corps. But if I had a brain, I would literally join any other branch. Any other branch, you'll do just fine. The Marine Corps is full of psychos, dude. Hell yeah, brother. You can't die what's already tried to kill itself multiple times. Or what is it? It's from The Hangover. Mr. Chow. What is he goes? You're gonna die. Something that's already dead. And he says something like that. I'm invisible. It's invincible, and you're not. You're just really high. Toodaloo, gay boy. Blue Raspberry won't be disappointed. Johnny Chapman is a double medal winner bonus winner. His death and his last mission was completely filmed. Really? Huh. I gotta look that up. Give me a second, fellas. I'm gonna go get me a drink and a bottle of water, I believe. Good mooning, boys. Good mooning. Got my water. Alright, let's get up out of here. It's like 15 minutes long and the most badass fighting our military's ever seen. It was Rangers, SEALs, pararescue versus Chechens? Chechens? Johnny Chapman, huh? I gotta... Yeah, we like to get down with other... Dude, I'm telling you, America, like, the way we do things is epic, man. I swear. It might not always look right or seem right or, you know. But, you know, I'll never forget, man, my good friend Adam, he always said, man, he's all, I never not understand not to fuck with America. You know, and it's like, why do people keep doing it? You know, because they, you know, it doesn't matter if they're right or wrong, they're gonna lose eventually. You know, either militarily or, you know, and now you know, we've been doing that for so long that where there's only China left, really. China, I mean, Russia and China. Russia already showed its hands, and what's China is China will do something stupid. You know, they're already pissing off the Philippines, they're pissing off Taiwan, they're pissing off Japan. Once China wants to go get some, they'll meet a bunch of Americans, and their army will get crushed and they'll lose. They had a good chance of beating us, they should have never stopped. And that, you know, they might have big. I don't know. I can't ever picture China sending people to war anymore. I don't think they have it in them. I mean, Russia's already having problems. Russia's already having big time problems. I mean, these dictators, sometimes they have enough power to do it, and sometimes it's all full of lies. But I think we're witnessing Putin's power. It's all full of lies. They can't make enough stuff. You can't put enough people in uniform. You can't put them on boats fast enough. You know, at the same time, Ukraine's hitting everything they can, they get their hands on. You know, you're fighting a desperate country, dude, and that's going to be really hard for Mr. PP Man. And Zelensky in Ukraine, I think he has had the absolute backing of the people. I don't think they'll ever surrender or capitulate. No, I don't think they'll ever do that. I think it's the one time in human history, you know, like every so often, like I think the Revolutionary War, where the people fighting are just always going to fight. There's no surrendering. This is not up for debate anymore, you know. I think that's happening in Ukraine. It happened in our country. Mexico even kind of had. They went through. No, I mean, Poland. Yeah, I mean, Poland hasn't fought a war, but if they ever get invaded, I don't think Poland will never surrender again. Well, I don't think they even did they in World War II? They couldn't. I mean, they got crushed by two armies. You know, I heard Poland is like the European Texas. You know, if you try to invade Texas, you're going to be in a world of trouble. But I think Ukraine, man, there's no surrender. There's no capitulating. It's not going to exist, I think, in Ukraine. No matter even if I think we're always going to give them weapons because we got plenty of that. If there's a customer wanting to buy a gun, I'm not going to deny it customer because of some other reason. Do you watch videos of John A. Chapman? It's called Out in 2002. What? I need to watch this. Can't help what you don't want to help. That was our issue with the wars. Yeah. Who don't want to be helped, yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Infinite. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I would just, they don't, you know, the people out there, the wars we fight, you know. But, you know, Japan turned out great, you know. Japan turned out great. Vietnam, you know, not so bad. It's still like a communist state, but, you know, we're okay with that. You know, I don't care how you run your country. As long as you don't spread that bull crap outside of it and you keep it within, you're fine, man, and we're able to do some sort of business, right? I mean, that's all that really matters. I don't care what you do inside your country. The Philippines, they're pretty solid. France, England, Germany resurrected, and it's pretty good now. That we rebuilt a lot of their stuff, and like where's Chris at when you need him? I read something where it's the operation into Germany where we had to air supply Berlin because the Soviet Union cut it off with the Berlin Wall and all that weird stuff. And then, this is right after the major war. We just bombed Germany into the fucking Stone Age, dude. I mean, we bombed this place to dust. And from my understanding, a lot of the German people, they're not dumb. And they knew the Americans were trying to supply them, once the enemy or whatever. And they ended up rebuilding the runways. They ended up helping all the pilots and the army bases and the pit crews to unload all this supplies off our planes. They took ownership in their actions and then helped, feed their own population with grain. So Germany, just the Middle East countries, man, it's just religion. That's all they want to talk about is religion. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes you meet the radical people that don't like you. Sometimes you meet the people that saw an invading army down their street. So all three groups get mixed into one, and it's up to the individual Marine to look at someone and say, hey, are you a piece of crap or not? Oh, no. Oh, okay, cool, man. Well, have a good day. I'll be over here. And then if someone shoots at you and you realize if he's a piece of crap, or am I just in his neighborhood and he doesn't like that I'm there? Which is fine. I understand that. I would do the same thing. And then you meet the radical dudes where it's like you can't even have a conversation with them. It's just over. You're an infidel, You're a non-believer. You shouldn't be breathing. You shouldn't be on their holy land or whatever they consider their holy land. But I think if say we go to war with China, the Chinese people are smart enough to know that they're not dumb. They'll be like Germany, they'll be like Japan, and be like, dude, sorry we did that, we effed up, let's not do that again. But if there's a war kicked off by China, they would have to invade south. They have to invade south into Vietnam, and they would have to go after Japan, and they would have to go after the Philippines to get Taiwan. So you're talking, millions of people. Airplanes, ships, land troops, the land troops have to go from Beijing's on the east or west coast of China almost to the coast. The troops have to go from there up all the way up into at least half, the border of Russia. They already bordered them, but you have to put troops in missile units and ships and battery units to protect your coast. You'd have to go down to Vietnam. If anything, you would have to either force Vietnam on your side or just conquer them right away, all the way down, and then you would go east into Guam and all those places where we fought, 80 years ago. And you'd have to protect your flank or your south. You'd have to protect the north. You'd have to push out into China or Japan. You'd have to push out into the Philippines, which they're kind of doing now already. And then you go after Taiwan, and this has to happen within 48 hours. Because the minute you know, people start seeing all these warships moving and planes and boats and this, you know, either they're going to be shot at and sunk, and it's going to be devastating. Rise and shine. What's up, Mama? How's the UK treating you? Sunshine, how are you today? I'm good. I'm good. Hanging out with the boys, drinking my energy. I say a circle, but yeah, it's, you know, Running Springs, Big Bear. So that's, you know, it's right there. I live. It's just the mountains parts of, you know, California. So I live in the middle of the beach. I can go 30 minutes into the beach, 30 minutes into the snow, or 30 minutes into the desert. You know, that's Southern California right there, in a nutshell. But yeah, that's, you know, look how much trouble Russia can invade their neighbor that barely had a standing army, that has, dude, that has old Soviet equipment. But the one thing Ukraine, I've heard multiple times again, is that Ukraine during the Soviet Union was the brains of the operation. And Russia, that's why Stalin and all those boys always try to starve out Ukrainians, because they were always smarter for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, because Ukraine's another, you know, whole different country, and different mindset of people. But they were free to think about what, you know, you have a bunch of people with a lot of time on their hand. They're going to think of amazing things to do. They're going to look at a problem, especially guys. I think guys are, you know, I think we do this naturally, you know. We'll look at something and go, hey man, that sucks. Let's make it do this and it will be better. And I'll go and like, PA, are you sure, man? Like, and you would go, yeah, do this, that, and you would show me about, oh, okay, oh shit, man, you're right. That looks good. Sorry, dude. Like, I wish I could give you, if I was like your boss, I wish I could give you a raise, but man, you made me look good. I'll return the favor 10 years from now, whatever. In Russia, you know, Infinite PA ain't gonna come up to me and be like, hey, you can make this better. I'd be like, really? You're not my, like, you can't. Never do that in Russia, you know, or China. You can't go up to someone of a leadership role and tell them how to do something. That doesn't fly. You know, that's what stifles dictatorships. You know, even in the military, dude. Like Infinite PA, like if there's an easier way of doing something, you know, you bring it up respectfully, and your sergeant will be like, "What? Like, oh, why didn't I think about that?" You know? Yeah, there's just ways of, you know, that's what Americans do so well, you know, and I think a lot of countries do that really well, but or you know, I always pick on Sunshine. I love you, Mama. Don't. But in the UK, I like every week I hear a story about someone being freaking arrested for giving someone else anxiety for a post on Facebook. Like, dude. So if you only have 24 hours in a day, you know, you got to make those hours count. And if you're worried about posting something online or doing something, or your government's going after people because of so there's nothing being done. That's what I mean. If the police are going after or looking at MySpace pictures and posts of something, that means the police aren't doing anything else. You know, you only have so much time in the day, and you only have one day. You don't have this, oh, we'll get them tomorrow. You don't. That doesn't exist in my world. You have to do it today. You have to get everything done today, because you might not get tomorrow. And if in that day, in those, you know, let's just say 12 hours you're at work, you're doing something that doesn't involve progressing society, your civilization will be stuck in that time frame, and that's how dictators and kings come to light, because everything will be stuck in time. Russia is officially stuck, I don't know, probably in the early 2000s, right? They don't have you seen like their phones? They're like the old school phones still, like the Blackberries. You know, the cars aren't up to speed like we have, or Japan, or South Korea. You know, if you compare when I grew up to when Infinite PA to when Low grew up, even you could be in Canada, you can see every decade will change completely. You know, my nephews compared to me, dude, they're pretty much the same. I'm saying like technology wise, you know, people are moving and grooving, cars get better, and that all comes from not being stagnant in your society. You know, if I was looking at a society from the clouds, like a Zeus or something, and I saw, you know, 20,000, 100,000 people just looking at a computer to try to bust people for writing something online, that is a waste of brain power. That's what I always try to like think about. They got gold, that's it, yeah. I like the chain command. We listen. Yeah, the chain of command will listen. Yeah, I mean, some, you know, you'll meet an a-hole that doesn't take you serious, but you know, there's ways around that too. Like for me, I had a captain in my unit that was in charge of my boys. And I was, I was the Heisman Trophy winner, freaking Matt Leinart in Southern California. You know, the whole world at my hand. I was the combat vet. I was 5 years into my stint. You know, I already, you know, working up to the Afghanistan, you know, deployment. I was the man. Because there was no one else like me in my whole unit, and the whole. Dude, you could pretty much walk on base because everyone gets out. No one wants to go to Afghanistan. So all the old veterans got out. I was still a young buck, just with a lot of experience. This captain, you know, this captain, you know, he wasn't going to take anyone's advice. He wasn't going to ask the junior Marines, hey, how did you guys work? How did Iraq go for you guys? He never asked us shit. He never spoke to us. He never. Well, what, I mean, one, he's an officer, so he doesn't get how the enlisted folk go. But you know, if you're at the top of the food chain, I would always suggest going to the gutter and then talking to the people who live in the gutter, because they'll tell you how your system's working. You know, I was such a low-ranking person in the Marine Corps that I liked living in the gutter. I wanted to live in the gutter, and I didn't want to become a non-commissioned officer, because it will change. If I got that rank, it would pull me out of the gutter, and I didn't want to lose that. I didn't want to lose my boys, and the people who live in the gutter fight the wars. You know, they do all the work. There's a lot more people living in the gutter than at the top of the food chain, or even in between the food chain. So I'm living in the gutter. This captain would never ever. He never thought about that. He just thought we were disposable for the most part. So you know, I said, that's fine, man. I mean, that's how the Marine Corps sometimes can work, and I understood that. But every time he spoke, or we had to do, I would drag my feet. You know, he didn't earn my respect. I didn't respect him. I didn't respect him as a man. I didn't respect him as anything, a father, a husband. That guy I wouldn't have saved his life if he asked me to. If he had an ouchie, I would look at it and be like, "That's what you get, devil dog. Adapt and overcome. Hoorah!" Yeah, that's exactly what I would say to him. I would look at him and watch his eyes go out, because that's how big of a piece of shit I thought he was. And then he wondered why his unit never made it. You know, we always were dogs. You know, we weren't up to par with anything because no one liked them. So we just drove our feet. Any field exercise we would do, drag our feet. I would not, you know, and if a couple of the guys, a couple of the veterans or people who live in the gutter, you know, have the respect of the gutter people, they will just all do it. I don't have to communicate with Infinite PA like, hey man, if you see me not care, guess what? Don't care either. And we can just get it, do it, whatever. But if you see me care, I need you to start caring, you know, and then you can build momentum and everyone will jump in. But dude, I wouldn't even pay attention to most of the things this guy would say. We would get to the field and I would just basically stand there, like, whatever, man. And I would pull out my phone and, oh, you know, and he would yell at me and I'm like, what? We're in Southern California, man. We're not at war right now, so I don't really care. But if I liked you, and he actually came down into the gutter and spoke and got our, that was the whole point. He never got our opinions about anything. He just thought he was always right. So I was like, this guy's gonna get us killed. So, and within, I think, a year of him being in our command, he got removed. You know, so there's ways around it. And dude, my buddy Kevin, my buddy Kevin's a cop out here, and he's the one that found my other buddy's mom dead. So he was in the service with me, and he would wear my, and you know, you still have to do the job. That's the point of the Marine Corps. You respect the rank, but not the person. So this guy, you know, we would do whatever. But my buddy Kevin, he would wear my pants, you know, my trousers. He would wear my military trousers with my name on it. So he had my last name on his ass. You know, I don't know why. Like I said, guys, I don't know why the things that people, my friends, do, but he always wore my pants. I don't know if he even had his own pants, like his own uniform, but he had his own top with his last name, and but his pants. And one day he got caught for that. Like, I don't know. And that captain guy goes, "Hey, are you guys brothers?" And I go, "Nah, like, not even close. Like, I just met this guy like 4 years ago." You know, and he goes, "He's wearing your pants." I go, "Yeah, yes, sir." And he told them to stop, and my buddy Kevin, you know, he's not going to listen. And so he got written up for that. And this is how unprepared this captain was. He was going to NJP my buddy Kevin. He wrote my buddy Kevin up for an NJP to either get demoted or something. At the same day, the captain had to promote him to corporal, to a non-commissioned officer. So that morning, my buddy signed the paper to get written up. You know, it's a kind of a process, I guess. And then that afternoon, before he left, before we got dismissed to go home or whatever, he got promoted, and in his promotion, he wanted me to pin his rank to his collar. So, and the captain, I remember, he called up my buddy, and he has a funny last name, so it's, you know, and he goes, weren't you two just the guys I was gonna NGP? And my buddy Kevin goes, "Yes, sir." And I walk up there and to pin him on. I was like, "Good job, brother." And I think I even called him my pants. So, you know, that's you know, as a captain, that's the biggest slap in the face, I think, is it doesn't matter. You can sign me up, write me up, you can demote me, but you'll never earn my respect, and you can't force me to respect you. And the good thing about this whole situation, he never was written up after that. The captain probably went home, grabbed the paperwork of the NJP and threw it away. And then within a couple months, I never heard from him again. It gets really lonely at the top. That changes people. Yeah, Infinite, absolutely, man. That's why, man, you take your rank off and you go hang out with the boys. Or if you Infinite PA, if you stay in, say you're a lifer, man, you do 20 years in the Marine Corps or in the Army or whatever, and you get them, I'm going to say pretend to smoke. Pretend to smoke, because smokers are usually lower ranking guys. And find their smoke pit, go out there and take off your blouse. Because we had officers, they would come out and go out in the smoke pit with us. And, all the boys were all smoking and joking, man, That's where everyone, you can actually hang out and be yourself, especially when you're younger. You can talk about the hot chicks and this guy fucking sucks, and smokers are their own little community, right? But every once in a while, a colonel or a sergeant major or someone would come down and hang out with us in the smoke pit because they're smokers. My chief warrant officer, and they would come either with their uniform on or to show a little respect to the junior Marines. They might take off their blouse, so they're not showing the rank. That means you can kind of talk to them freely, as just a person, and that's when they tell you all the secrets of what's happening on base. They'll dime stuff out, and you gotta know when to, you gotta keep it cool, because it's, smokers are a little community of people. You'll always, on a smoke break, the same smokers will go smoke to the smoke pit, So it's your own little group within a group. But this group has very important people come into it. And most of the time they come in just to speak to the younger ranking people. That's how, from my knowledge, that's how you understand, I would see these higher ups come hang out with us and smoke, and they'll be, hey, man, they would call me by my last name, but sometimes they knew me by a nickname because I've been in their unit for so long, and some of them I either went to war with or they know me from a deployment. So they would come in and be like, hey, Matt, what do you think about this? What do you guys think about training? I'm like, dude, it's good, sir. I wish we could do this a little more. I think, my boys as the vet of the group, I think it's good. There's just, a little checklist, this is that, and I think it would just be better. I think it would be better. And he'd be like, cool. I'll take that up, I'm like, cool. And we would continue smoking, and we would joke, or he'd be, my chief warrant officer, she would go, she would sit down next to us and she would roll her own joints or her own cigarettes, and we would be smoking, and she would go, hey boys, we'd be like, yes ma'am. She'd be like, you better not say anything about this, but that major in there is a fucking idiot. And we'd like, oh fuck, dude. Like, no, we won't say anything. But yeah, I mean, I can't tell her that. There's no way in God's green earth I can ever tell her that another officer's an idiot. We don't speak that freely. It's more of like training purposes. You can kind of get up to speed on training. I talk about joking a little bit, but if they bring it up, it's kind of fair game. Then you can talk about it. And, we'd be like, yeah, I was wondering when someone else would notice that. That guy's a moron. But it doesn't matter how big of an idiot he is. He's gotten there for a reason. So you got to respect the rank, not the person. Always do that. And if you're in the military, you're gonna have people above you, man, or like your boss now. If you don't like your boss now, you respect the rank and not the person. This way, you always treat them the same. You always treat. Doesn't matter what boss comes into that rank or that billet. You always treat them the same. and they should always treat you the same. There's no favoritism. You know, you're there to do a job. If you don't do the job, I'm here to help. Vice versa. So it's really fun, man, because and then you get to know people in other units, and they do the same thing. Then you can call your boy, because everyone lives in the gutter. You can call your boy that lives in the gutter, be like, hey man, what happened? What happened yesterday? And he'll go, oh dude, freaking, this happened. I heard it from this guy, and you're all on the same page. There's no like rumors. There might be, hey, I kind of heard this from this captain, so be aware. Oh, okay, got it. And the funny thing is, if you're a good leader, a good officer, or a good higher up or sergeant, you'll understand that there's we call it an underground, Lance Corporal underground, where nothing can get done unless the underground, because there's more of us than them. So it's like the scuttlebutt, it's the rumors, what's happening with the junior Marines. Well, sir, nothing really, but we're tired of this. You can kind of speak freely, But if you're a good leader, you know that there's an underground below you, and most enlisted folk know that because they were once part of that. And nothing can really get done unless the underground, the Lance Corporal Mafia can get it done. And if you lose respect of the people that live in the gutter, then what good are you? You're not a very good leader. If you can't get people to like you, all you have to do is show them a little respect and feed them and say you guys are doing awesome. That's it. Lance Corporal Mafia, that's right. I got that tattooed on my shoulder, to be quite honest. Yeah. I have abbreviated LCM, Lance Corporal Mafia. Yeah, it got really bad when it could be really bad, because when I was in, like, a lot of the higher ups, a lot of the combat veterans got out, because those guys were probably enlisted in 2001, 2002, 3, 4, then 5. I come in, and then by 2010, there's no one else in there but me and the guys I went to war with, the very junior Marines, and it got so bad that our Lance Corporal Mafia, Lance Corporal Underground, it got so bad that nothing really could get done without our approval or permission, So the real power allows, the real power in a group aligns with the majority of people, the mass of people. So you find a group, for me, the citizens of America are the power, the most powerful people in the nation, in the world, because they're the biggest group of people. That's plain and simple. They're all armed, and they're all the same rank. They're just citizens or civilians. The military is not even close to being as strong as the civilian population, because there's only 80,000 Marines at any given time in the United States, or whatever, So you gotta, you gotta follow the mass of people, and they will, depending on how they act, or if they're armed, they'll hold the most power in any society at any time. That's why I don't, our government, usually a government will speak and the people will follow. But in America, it's reversed. The people speak and the government follows. 20 years ago, we weren't talking about ladyboys, but there's something going on with American society that the government started talking about it all of a sudden. You know? In most countries, it's a pyramid down, you know, the government's at the top and everything, the military's at the top, and everyone's subjugated down below them. But for us, it's reversed. You know, the people up here subjugate government. That's why no one likes the government in America. I haven't met, I mean, there's some people in me that are tankies that love government and think they do what's right. But if you talk to any, I mean, even those guys, if you go, dude, fuck the government, they'll be like, oh yeah, I don't like anything really, you know. Because most Americans know that, you know, it's up to you, man. You know, it's up to you. Like in PA, it's up to you, man. You're in control of your own life, and if you go forward with your ideas and your life, you know, people will follow you, and that's a leader. That is a leader. You lead from the front, not the rear. And if you don't know what you're doing, just keep going, and you'll learn on the way. Because no one knows what they're doing. There's no right or wrong answer. No one knows what's going to happen tomorrow. If they did, you would hear it. You would hear them pick. You know, they would have the best ideas in the world. But you know, you lead from the front, and there's no right. And especially in the military or going, you just keep going, man. You'll know the right answer when you're asked. You know, when it's presented to you, you'll figure it out right there. You know, if there's a problem and it shows up, you figure it out and keep moving. You shoot and move, shoot and move. You never stay there. And the people in our government, and they don't have any good ideas. When's the last time you're a government official come with an idea and you go, dude, this guy's on it, you know? I like the way this guy thinks. Never. I mean, Trump might have been the only close where I'm like, oh, I get what he's saying. Like, but he says the same thing that everyone else says. Lower taxes, do this, do that. It's like, all right, well, fuck it, I'm out. You know, that has nothing to do with me. I'm out. You know, unless the government's gonna help me. You know, I don't even need help. You know, what I wish, you know, taxes were lower, but that's not the federal government's problem. It's fucking state of California that's the problem. It's not, you know, I'll pay the federal government just because I like my military. I hate paying the state of California because I don't get shit for it, you know? That's how I kind of see things. I'll pay the federal government. They blow all our money on a bunch of dumb stuff anyways, but I like knowing that my military is massive and it'll fucking light you up. Especially now more than ever. Our military is I mean, I remember seeing it, I remember being a part of it, and then you start watching bits and pieces of this channel or this documentary, and you can all kind of, and then you figure out what other militaries do, and they don't even have one. They don't even have one. They don't even have that. England has like 2 aircraft carriers. You know, since they can't make shit out of wood anymore, French, like Germany won't even build a military anymore. Poland, dope. Love Poland. Love to be friends with Poland. We need to be friends with Poland immediately. Poland is dope. Poland's a European Texas. South Korea also good, you know, but very, very, and then you gotta always remember, military needs experience. You know, you can't put a football team out in the field and expect them to win every time. They gotta learn, they gotta adapt, they gotta play with each other. The coaches gotta know the players gotta know the stat girls gotta know the equipment manager, the managers gotta know the water boys. You know, it has to be one functioning group of people doing one objective, and that takes a lot of time. to figure out. A lot of mistakes have to happen. A lot of people have to die. A lot of bugs and equipment have to be sorted out. A lot of money will be blown. A lot of money will be spent. You know, that's how you have to look at it. You know, how if you coach a football team or a soccer team or a baseball team, you got to get the right pitcher at the right batter at the right time. You know, you can go down. You know, that's why analytics is so involved in baseball, because it kind of does it for you. Football, you still need a feel for the game. There's still mojo. It can swing back and forth, and it's football's unpredictable. But that's how I look at militaries. You know, how does it function? Is it corrupt? I'm sure a little bit. Nothing's probably 100% not corrupt. That means, like, you take away guns, there won't be any mass shootings at school. There'll still be something at schools, because school's the battlefield. You know, you put a battlefield in the middle of somewhere, people will go there and fight it. You know. Now, what do you make a school look like a prison? Have you guys seen a prison? You know, there's a fence around it, there's barbed wire, and all the doors are locked. You know, do you want your school to kind of represent a prison? Well, I hate to say it, I'm sure that's what I'm saying. If you start, turning stuff that, school into a prison or something, or it looks like, even for someone else's safety, someone's going to look at it and be like, we got him. You box them in. The state of California will give them weird stuff to learn. That's just a start, man. Like the 9-to-5 work week, 9-to-5 school week, it's like similar how we can be simulated and doing the same crap instead of thinking for yourself. Or that's the one thing I like about the military. It's completely different, dude. It's what the hell's going on? It's completely like well, I'll be a monkey's patoot. It's different, you'll be working weird it's just weird jobs at different times of hour, different places, different things. It's kind of a freak show like that. A little bit. Let's do this. Give me a sec, guys. Gonna fix up the old laptop. Get up out of there. Give me Saint Diego. He's a good man. Rumpelstiltskin? Yeah, that's why I stopped betting on football. Yeah, you can almost, you get a good coach, a good quarterback, good system. People will still bet their favorite team. They won't even look at, oh, well, your quarterback sucks. Oh, you bet best quarterback, best coach, best defense, and you'll probably bet or win every bet, But it's still random as shit, You've seen the undefeated New England Patriots go down against an 8-7 New York Giant team in 2008 or whatever. I think that was 2008. What the hell? Like Antonio Brown from the Raiders. If you don't know who Antonio Brown is, he's kind of a piece of crap human being. He ruined Long Beach Poly High School. He ruined San Diego State football team because he got caught cheating. And he's an awful coach. And it showed. The first game of the year, they only scored 10 points. And they got their asses kicked or they lost to a division rival, the Chargers. Let's go see my boy Sam. Yeah, I'm kind of getting to the point, because I do play like fantasy DraftKings and stuff. But I am getting to the point where I'm actually just kind of getting over football. Like they changed the kickoff, which that was like kind of the coolest part. Like after first quarter kickoff, man, everyone, oh, boom, and they ripped that, and then, in halftime, they kind of just, you see fucking full-grown men run full dead-on sprint down into the other team, and you collide in them as hard as possible. That was I don't know. I think a lot of money went into football, but who knows, man. Anyways, Devils, I'm gonna get going. I did make some merch. If you guys ever want a shirt, let me know. Devil's Compound, baby. Woo-woo. Pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff, man. If you guys ever want anything, you guys let me know. I'm out of here. I got to get to work and start my beautiful day. I'm not in the fire anymore. Roman, Infinite PA, love you guys, man. Thanks for coming on and hanging out. Low, if you're up there in the rafters, looking down on us little people, Simplify, brother. Real feels your message got restricted, but Andrew, always the best, man. I appreciate it, Devils. Anyways, I'm gonna get going and start my day because it's already 10 o'clock and I got shit to do. Anyways, Devils, Simplify. I'll be on later. Peace.